Hello guys, it's Bonham from Sweden, and in today's video I'm going to be looking at the new case, which is probably being released very soon, and all of the submissions for the contest, the Dreams and Nightmare case. And this video is a little bit longer than you probably expected, because there is almost 17,000 submissions for the Dreams and Nightmare contest, and we literally looked through every single submission in this video. So there's 17,000 skins that we have now sifted down into like 30-40 skins. Now I have gone through this case before when it was first announced, but now the submissions are actually over. You can't submit skins anymore, and I wanted to take a look at all of these submissions and see the absolute best ones, which are probably the skins that are going to end up being in the case. Now these are all of the guns that you could submit skins for. I actually made a little spreadsheet for it, and as you can see, I've collected skins for every single submittable skin. Only 10 of these will actually be submitted into the case. So me, Admiral Asia, and Arctic sat up tonight and picked the absolute best submissions that we could find, and now it's time for me to show you guys the submissions which I think or hope will be in the Dreams and Nightmare case. Starting off with the AK, it's a red quality and I've chosen quite a few. First of all, we have the Attack of the Dead AK PTSD Dreams. Damn, that's my grandpa. As you can see, it has this zombie gas mask World War II feeling, and it is extremely detailed. You can see here in the textures. I really love this skin. Next up, AK Metamorphosis. This one is quite nice. The artwork overall is, I'd say, like a 7-8 out of 10. The reason I chose this one is because at the back of the back plate of the AK, he's basically made a lady face, and then the hair continues towards the front of the gun. It just looks really cool, like it's an actual lady on your gun. That's hella cool. Next one, Devourer of Dreams. This one I would say is definitely more of a standard CS skin. It looks a lot like some other skins we have. However, I kind of like it. The fact that it's all purple background and it stands out, I think, enough from other skins we already have, which is why I like this one. Next up is the Oops AK. This is made by the same guy that made the Bullet Queen Glock, and you can see he used the same bullets for this AK as well. I don't really see how this is a Dreams and Nightmare skin, but I still really like the design of it. After this one, we got the AK Internal Demons. I really like this one because it feels very detailed but still cartoony. I am a sucker for cartoon skins, and I really like the face here with the spooky nightmare tentacles behind. Second to last, we have the AK Hellhound, which looks like the Galil Cerberus but like on meth. I will say I absolutely love the color combo. However, I think here at the back he could maybe have done something more, but I really like this one. And final AK, the AK Blood Moon, of course. This is made by Moonfighter, a guy I actually know who is a very nice guy. He has several skins which are already in CS, and I will say for me this is 50-50, and I will say I really love the red here, but at the same time the wood looks absolutely crazy. Next gun is the MP9, and since this is also a red, I've chosen 5 skins for this one. First of all, we got the MP9 Shadow Shifter. This one is kind of basic, but I love that it's like very spooky. Next up, the MP9 Dawn Strike. This one doesn't have that much detail except for the bird, but the bird is absolutely crazy. Next up, the Caralho, filho de puta! This is just idiot. And the final one is the MP9 My Last Dream. Very detailed, feels very crisp, and would definitely fit as like the dream skin of the case. However, I don't know why there's an IV bag next to the lady. That's kind of sus. For the first pink, we have the MP7. First of all, the MP7 Anomalous. This one is almost named Anomaly, and you can see it is very crisp, spooky hands, dog skull, and spooky tongue. I absolutely absolutely love this one. After that, the MP7 Submersed. I would say not my favorite, but I just love these cartoon skins, and I am a sucker for Cthulhu. After that, we have the MP7 Zombie Offensive. This one features a repeating pattern of zombie CSGO models in the style of Left 4 Dead, and the creator of this skin uploaded this pattern for a bunch of different guns. I hope we get it for at least one skin, because this repeating pattern is way too cool to not be used for a skin. After that, we have Groundhog Day. What the fuck is this? Whoever made this was obviously on crack. MP7 Darkwing, not my favorite, but we already have the SG553 Darkwing, so I think if we get another one, it kinda makes sense. And finally, the MP7 What the fuck? And finally, the MP7 Yorogumo. This one is very nice. Thick outlines, very cartoonish. Sexy spider lady alien tongue. That is very nice. Next up, the dual Berettas, also a pink skin. I will admit there were not that many dual Berettas that were good, but the first one we have is the Prophecy, which I would actually say is like a 4 out of 10, but all the submissions for the duals were just ass. We have the 39 degrees north latitude, which just has clouds on it. And finally, the dual Berettas V-Garden, which is super stupid. You have like the US flag and a lady on it. And I realized when you reload, the slide is back, so she gets decapitated. RIP. Final pink is the FAMAS. Starting off with the FAMAS MONSTERSKULL, I will say I absolutely love this one, because as you see it in game, it's just a huge skull, which is very spooky. Then you have the FAMAS Brain Scan, which is one of my favorites, because it's literally a mix of medical horror and very nice cartoon realistic drawings. Ultra scary. And when reloading, you're plugging in these tubes into the brain, which is very cool. You have the FAMAS All Eyes on Me, the absolute most haunted skin out of all the ones I'm looking at today. It's just a bunch of eyes on skin color. Absolutely fucking horrific. FAMAS Yokai. This one I don't want to see in game. I just chose it because her neck is too fucking spooky. Like, what the fuck is happening? And finally, FAMAS Providence. I think this one might actually make it to the game because it's very detailed, reminds me of the Empress and Emperor, and also has spooky, scary lady at the back of the gun. Continuing on with the purples, I would like to say that the reds and pinks are meant to be very colorful, very interesting, but purples and blues are not. But I guess many people that made the skins didn't think about that, so a lot of the skins that were uploaded to the purples and the blues were extremely bright, colorful, and interesting, which blue skins really shouldn't be, and not purple either. First purple is the XM1014. Starting off with one of my favorite skins in this whole list, we have the XM1014 Dering. Now I will say the screenshot is kind of pixelated, but it has this super nice rasterized cartoon, very nice colors, thick outlines. I think this might be one of my at least top 3 from this whole video. After that, we have XM1014 Road to Global, which is super shit, and it's a van with the Global logo on. This is the worst skin on the list. After that, we have Sweet Dreams. It's a little too blurry to make it into the game, I think, but I like the concept of it. After that, we have the Boogeyman. This is a skin that might actually make it to the game because it fits the theme, and I think it's pretty good looking as well. And finally, we have the XM1014 Goo Green. I think this is related to the MP9 Goo we already have, but this one looks way more 3D, which makes it really disgusting. Next purple is the PP-bizon. Starting off with the Revolt of the Weapons. This one I only chose because look at it, it's so haunted. Next up, we have the Peeper. This is me right now at 2:30 a.m. recording this video. We have the PP-bizon Tengu, which is quite spooky. I like the art style. Probably not my favorite, but kinda does the job. Like the ballsack chin as well. And the last PP-bizon, It's Not Funny, which has the It clown on it. Very spooky. However, I wonder if this would infringe any copyrights. I don't know. Next up, the G3 SG1. Starting off, we have the Devourer of Dreams, which looks insane. I'm not sure if this is like his original art Or not, but it looks really crazy. We also have the Parchment Skull, which looks very nice, but I think it might be too colorful to have as a purple skin. Now, there's a lot of skins that Moonfighter gave the Blood Moon skin to, but this one is definitely, along with the AK, my favorite. It just fits so well on this weapon, I don't know why. After that, we got the Fever Dream. Of course, we already have the Op Fever Dream, and I think another Fever Dream skin as well, I can't remember. But this one, however, is a classic, and kind of also fits the Dreams and Nightmares theme, even though this skin was released way before. Second to last purple, we have the M4A1S. First M4 is the Nocturn, which is very detailed, also a skin by Moonfighter. Super detailed, nice fucking big goat here, or deer, whatever. Looks nice. We also have the M4 PHOBIA, which looks extremely haunted. I kind of like the way this looks, even though there's not a ton of detail in it. We also have the M4 Insomnia, which is quite haunted. She starts off looking nice, and then all of a sudden, oh my god, she looks like she's gonna fucking eat me. I like the magazine as well, very detailed. Next up, we have the Black Lotus. Of course, we already have the USP Black Lotus, and M4A1S to fit would be very nice. I absolutely love the way this fits with the Pandora's Box gloves, and this one is also made by Moonfighter, so I think definitely Moonfighter is gonna make $100,000 on this case. If he doesn't, I'll be very surprised. We have the M4 Classic Nightmare, which is a really shit skin. I just picked it because it's funny, because it's a CT in his underwear and two T's laughing at him, which is like something apparently a lot of people have nightmares about, being naked. And finally, M4 Squid Game, which is by far the worst skin on this list. Final purple, the USP-S. We have the USP Karma. Very nice detail, and I think this one still fits the criteria of being a purple. We have the USP Bionic Neon Venom, and you can really see here like how detailed the 3D is on this skin, and I really like this one. We also have the USP Tribal, which does look half okay, I guess, but it's the back side of the gun that I really like, which has this tribal face on it, and the nose is like the hammer. Very cool. We have the USP Capybara. What the fuck is this? We also have the USP A Shot from Hell. This is the only picture, and it's Russian text on it, and also it's not even a screenshot, it's just a photo he took with his phone of his monitor. This is the worst skin on the list. And finally, we have the actual worst skin on the list, the Hot Dog USP-S, which just so happens to be my favorite skin. The silencer is the ketchup bottle dispensing hot steamy ketchup all over my sausage, and also the hammer is a hot dog. Very nice. Next up, we have the first blue skin, the 5.7. First off, we have the 5.7 Midnight Sheeps, which is probably my least favorite 5.7 that I have on the list. I just had to pick it because it's very cute. Next up is the 5.7 Prince of Nightmares. This is one of my favorite skins on the list as well. You can see the spooky kid face with the marionette dolls. I really like it. We have the 5.7 Devourer, which is quite spooky. You can see here, very detailed, and I love the neon red and blue. And the final one is the 5.7 Goodnight, which is pretty funny because it has the CT here, scared CT, and it just looks very sketched. Next blue is the Scar 20, starting off with the Scar 20 Mara. After that one, we have the Scar 20 Black Gaze, which is very like, it looks very etched, like with crayons. Very scary. Ultra death metal logo also, I like that. We have the Scar 20 Inferno, which is quite nice, but reminds me of the Blood Moon by Moonfighter. And finally, we have the Dusty Dragon, which is also the nickname for a Japanese man who hasn't had sex in a while. Ah, do you want to look at my Dusty Dragon? Next up, the Mag 7. First up, the Dream Eater, spooky green ghosts. After that, the Mag 7 Black Sun with his scary face sun. And finally, the Mag 7 Monster Lab with this very detailed spooky octopus on it. Next up, the P2000. We got the P2000 bye-bye. What the fuck is this, man? Does this guy really think he's gonna win 100k with this? We have the Night Vision, which is really scary, and I like the setup of it. It makes it look like you're ghost hunting, and this is what you're seeing. The Peaceful Dream, I don't really like this one. I just think it could be cool with some different patterns on it. And finally, the P2000 Ghost, with this very scary, sexy lady on it. But other than that, the skin itself is not that interesting. Like, this whole part is kinda ass. After that, we have the Sawed-Off. We have my favorite Sawed-Off, the Demon Tongue. This one's just goofy as fuck because it looks like this demon. This is his mouth and this is his tongue. It looks stupid. But what I like is when you have it in a battle scarred, you can still see the eye, so it's even more spooky. Next up, the Sawed-Off Sweet Dreams. I picked this one because it's so haunted. After that, I picked this skin. Not very interesting at all. It's the name Prying Open My Third Eye. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I call my asshole the third eye, so that is pretty funny. In Sweden, we call it the brown eye. So this name is very funny for me. We have the Beyond the Wall of Sleep, which looks like a snapshot from a comic. I really like it, but I'm not sure if it really fits the criteria of being a blue quality. And finally, the Nightmare Zone. This one is very interesting because the way he made it, he literally 3D modeled this whole spiky wire, then he applied it on the gun and then made a skin out of it. I really like that. And second to last, the MAC-10. We've got the MAC-10 Fever Dream. I don't particularly like this one, but I think the dull colors is exactly what Valve will want for a blue quality skin. Next up, we have the Onna Bugeisha. There's no way Valve is gonna put this one as a blue quality skin. I just picked this one because the lady's face looks fucking retarded. Next up, the Creeper MAC-10, which is ultra spooky with these spiders and the spider web. It actually looks really disgusting. And the final skin, the Chicken Nightmare for the MAC-10, is one of my favorite skins from this whole video. The chicken looks so scared, it's got monsters all around it, and the process of him making it is also hella cute, where he makes the spooky, scared chicken in the middle, and then he basically puts it up, and voila, you have the skin. I think this one is one of my favorites for sure. I really want to see this in CS. And the final skin of the whole case is the MP5SD. For the MP5SD, we start with the Overdose. There's no way as well that this is gonna make it as a blue, but I like the design of it, so I wanted to show it in this video. Perhaps it might be in a future case. I just really like the colors of it. Next up, we have the MP5 Dryad, which is something that you might actually see as a blue quality. It's got the military colors and mostly black, and it's not that cool, but once you see it close up, you'll see the detail of the scary tree lady. Second to last, we have the MP5 Ghost. This is kind of a joke, I guess, but this is what people think is gonna get them $100,000. It's fucking stupid. And finally, one of my top 3 skins of the whole video, the MP5 Dreamcatcher. This one won't make it as a blue because it's way too colorful, but the fact that it's an vanilla MP5 that's like morphing into something super cool, you can see with these 3D effects, I really, really like it because like from far away, it looks like an MP5 vanilla, but once you go closer, you see that that is not the case. So those picks were from me, Arctic, and Admiral Asia. I know this was probably a longer video than you expected for me just looking at the skins for the new case, but I wanted to go as in-depth as I could because I'm very interested to see which skins Valve deems worthy of $100,000 prize, which is something completely unheard of ever in the history of case making. They've never given out a prize pool, and especially not one this high, so I wanted to go in-depth with my skin reviews. So, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think about our picks, and if you have other skins that you think should make it into the case. I've also left links to all of those skins in the description if you want to vote on one of them. And thank you guys for watching. Now I'm going to go die because it's 3 AM and I'm sat looking at the colorful pixels. Wow. Hot steamy ketchup all over my sausage.